This is the core of the multiplication machine, the so-called adding unit, and essentially counts marbles running through it. It is comprised of 9 elements that can be tipped in an upward or downward position. Now if they're in a downward position, they have a little wall on their right side stopping marbles, and the marbles would then push them upwards by falling down through into the chamber. They will then run through the chamber and emerge through that hole. So the first marble entering will move the first element upwards. The second one will move the second element, and so on, until all elements are in their upward position. Now the next marble will actually run across all these elements and come out at the side, not at the back. It will fall into this basket and tip it over. And since this basket is connected to this bar, it will actually tip over all elements and reset them to their downward position. Like so. Oops. Alright, so now this cycle is over and the adding unit is actually reset to its initial state. So the next marble entering it will actually push the first element upwards, and this will take along with it again the bar. So the bar is now in an upward position and the basket is reset to its standard position. This means that at the end of each cycle, one marble leaving that adding unit is actually emerging not from the back but from the front and will trigger the next cycle. In this way we can count cycle by cycle, and that is essentially the multiplication. So each 10th marble will actually initiate a new cycle. Now if you want to multiply by a factor of 10, that's exactly what you want, what you need. If you want to multiply by different factors, you need to push in these small tabs at the top of the elements, push them in, and what it does is actually it makes the bar ignore these elements, so that, for example, in this case they stay in the upward position and are not moved in any way. So the marbles just run across them, and therefore we just need to flip over 7 and not 9 elements, which means now the multiplication factor is 8 and not 10. It's always one more than we have elements aligned here, because the n+1 marble, the final marble, actually goes through here when all the elements are in their upward position. So if we want to multiply by a factor of 8, we need 7 tabs. If we want to multiply by a factor of 10, we need 9 tabs. I've shown you the adding unit, and now I will show you the elements that it is comprised of. So this is one of those 9 elements, and it has 2 holes where the axle runs through. It has this wall that actually stops the marbles from passing through and tipping them over. So this is how it works. Marble comes in, tips the whole thing over, and the next time a marble runs just over it. And it has this tab which is reset by the bar, and you can pull it out or push it in. I've actually created a small window here which can later be used to have an indicator showing the pulled out or pushed in state.